All right. How Marvel fixed the universe in under 5 minutes. Damn. Did they? Let's go. That's crazy. That's a hell of a title. Let's go.
Ever tried reviving an entire cinematic universe in less than 5 minutes? Yeah, me neither. But
Crazy.
after watching 4 minutes and 57 seconds worth of teasers on repeat for the last week, I found 3 crazy details, each hidden deeper than the last, that managed to fix almost every mistake Marvel made after Endgame,
I'm such a dick.
while also hinting at the plot.
I'm not even going back to the screen. I'm keeping it on the go. Don't even want to like bring up some of the movies that Marvel made as like jokes or bits or like see how low they went. Like it's so bad. I don't even want to. Don't bring it up for memes. Don't remember that shit. Just keep it dead in the dirt.
Out of Doomsday, and even the return of the Infinity Stones. So strap in as I try to convince you that Marvel is finally back, for real this time. Color. It's every time, everywhere. Strap in as I try to convince you that Marvel is finally back, for real this time. Color. It's finally back, for real this time.
Alright. Should have got thumbnail by now.
Color. It's every time, everywhere, and yet we often forget its importance in giving life and a unique vibe to.
Also, like, it's important to just have like one bright color, one fragrant color, and like a scene. Like that's really tough. So you need like everything or a whole palette. Like one color like this one right here, that's like emphasis.
To a movie.
That's tough.
The problem is that just a few years
But not
before
every
these
scene.
scenes came
Orange,
out,
green,
Marvel
beige,
had kind of forgotten too.
rain. Like I'm saying, like, this is the type of video you're gonna have. You're gonna bring all this shit in, I guess. But like, after this, let's just forget it, okay? Forever.
Remember when each Marvel movie used to have its distinct color palette, crazy looking scenery, and surprisingly good readability in battles where the sheer number of colors on screen should have given you a seizure? Well, just a few years after Endgame released and Marvel started putting quantity over quality, yes, I'm looking at you, and you, and you, and you. An unnecessarily high percentage of Marvel projects were either so bright and colorful that it gave the feeling Disney Channel was in charge of the color grading, and sometimes even the script.
I no longer go by the name Astrid.
That's 3. That's at least 3 times bringing up these movies. All right, dang, keeping track.
I'm now known as Axel.
Or so dull and desaturated that the only thing giving color or any sort of emotion to the production were explosions or cosmic powers. Thankfully, Marvel appears to have learned from their mistakes.
I still don't even know what happened there. I think that is half MCU fans don't.
And they went a lot further than just color correction. Let's do a test. If I were to blur every single one of the Doomsday teasers and completely cut out all of the audio, what words would you use to describe these scenes?
Smart.
Maybe warmth and peace for the first one?
Facts.
Suspense, mystery, and or death for these two?
Facts, actually.
And for this last one, well, I have no clue what this big yellow man in pajamas is doing in the desert. The point is,
they just touched down their ship. They just like teleported from this dimension to that dimension. They got the alert. They went there. That's why. And they waited there so because they know the heroes gonna come there, so they're gonna treat them with like respect. Like, hey, we're here. We're not invaders. That's cool. That's cool.
If you're colorblind and you have no clue what I've been talking about for the last 2 minutes, not only that Marvel went back to their old ways of playing with tones to convey emotion, set the scenes, and make some unexpected contrasts. What is this thing? But they've also been developing their characters and stories with color in a very unexpected way. In Marvel's latest projects like Fantastic Four First Steps, Guardians Volume 3, the new Avengers, Daredevil Born Again, and now Avengers Doomsday, you can clearly see how colors are treated just as important.
That's a good shot.
And professionally as they are in every Christopher Nolan film. That's because color can also tell stories. If used correctly, that is. If we look at what could be considered saturated or bright-looking films,
I am soaking wet right now.
like Fantastic Four, Guardians of the Galaxy, and Thor Love and Thunder, we find that where the first two use the saturation to fit the comic-accurate, space, and futuristic or retro-futuristic vibe of the movie,
Love the retro future vibe.
the other does it in a jokeful and goofy-looking manner that takes all
Alright, this is at least 5 right now.
of the seriousness
Not like they didn't deserve all these L's he's taking. Not, I'll be honest, but like I don't even want to be remembered. But that's stuff.
out of, well, everything. This wouldn't be a problem if you were making a Deadpool movie, but since the God of Thunder isn't supposed to have brain damage, it just feels off. On the flip side, there's
Brain
the
damage is
dark and
crazy.
desaturated movies and shows like the new Avengers,
That fit the story well though.
Daredevil Born Again, and Secret Invasion. Two of them use the darkness to reinforce the loneliness, the traumas, and the literal dark sides of the characters, while also
Nigga was
giving contrast
Go
to
to
Suicide
work.
Sentries, Daredevils, Kingpins, and that creepy yellow chicken.
You hit me with that sign one more time.
Secret Invasion, on the other hand, uses blacks, grays, and darkness to make what's probably the most boring, uninteresting, and forgettable show I've seen in a while. So hopefully you're enjoying this video.
I didn't even see that show.
I'd really appreciate it if you subscribed. It means a lot.
And I thought it was gonna be great. It has all these actors in. Gonna be like a spy with Samuel L. Jackson.
Thanks. So yes, colors look better, more serious, and dramatic. But I'm pretty sure color grading isn't Marvel's main secret weapon to make Doomsday beat Endgame. That's what the characters are for. I'm not gonna ignore the fact that a big reason Doomsday is
So I saw another theory. If we're talking about theories, if we're really
for
we go back.
a
up.
weapon
This is
to make
great.
Doomsday beat Endgame.
Going back to this joint.
That's what the characters are for.
That's so tough, bro.
Weapon to make
Sorry,
Doomsday
sorry.
beat
One last
Endgame.
time.
That's what the character.
Dang. Oh, was he crying? I didn't even peep. How did I not peep that he actually was crying? Oh, there was a close-up shot. No, I thought it was one in the forest, straight up. But this is a close-up shot he got him, but he was crying. Dang, look at her goats, bro.
Are for. I'm not gonna ignore the fact that a big reason Doomsday is hyped as much as it is.
Okay, another theory we want to see
I'm
about.
not gonna ignore the fact that a big
They say
reason
about this. Somebody said there's gonna be a lot of multiple Dooms, but they also said so he can be a Tony Stark Doom variant. But also say look at this mask and how it's similar to Tony Stark's first mask he made in Iron Man 1, like Mach 1. And I was like, that is kind of look like Mach 1. Not gonna lie, it's a little different. Probably touched it with like his magic, but they are actually kind of similar. It's kind of crazy.
Doomsday is
I don't know how we never peeped it. But yeah, that could be why he's one of the Doom variants. Like he in the cave, he was like building shit, made his like armor, and then made Doom armor.
hyped as
That's tough.
much as it is because of the characters we're expecting to see returning. I mean, there's a reason a 5.5 hour live stream showing Chairs got 275 million views.
I was some of them, just a some, but I was some of them.
The question here is
Yay, Martin.
whether Marvel is gonna do all of these characters justice or not.
And they can go crazy.
But
I
like
feel like
for-
they have their peak powers now, cause maybe their powers age like wine.
Plus, this next detail manages to answer that very same
If they had like a younger Magneto, that can be crazy. Younger, like or a female Magneto, I feel like they can do something like that. That would be insane. Insane, but haven't even heard that in the comics yet.
question with the cherry on top. Let's play a game. The Russo brothers specifically
What you've been watching for the last 4 weeks are not teasers or trailers. They are stories. They are clues. Pay attention. He's gonna talk about it. Hopefully he's talking about that because I don't know what clues he's talking about except like the code of the end trailer. But
said that these are not trailers,
this shit tough.
but rather clues and stories. So before we get to the clues part in
Okay.
the last chapter,
Thank you, bud.
try to follow the story I'm about to tell you. And if you want a cookie, see if you can find the one word or characteristic that you would use to describe this story. Okay, ready? Go. This is Steve, a soldier who's only had one real break in his entire career between 1945 and 2011, but who now lives peacefully and gives life to a child, hinting at the beginning of the story and the only moment of peace the multiverse has before Doom eventually ignites the battle, a battle that Thor is preparing for. The god who played Goofball in the last movie and who should have lost his worthiness just by wearing that, now
Alright, there's a limit to this one, bro. I can't keep track. He's got it.
Comes back rehabilitated to give us a speech that taught us that when a god is afraid, then we better be frightened. Frightened of death. Death comes for us all. Oh wait, my bad.
Death comes for us all.
Oh shit.
Symbolized by the destroyed X-Mansion. Destroyed like the brotherhood and dreams that Charles and Eric once had together, that now return in these desperate times for one more game. One more battle before reaching the afterlife. A term
Ooh.
Shuri refers to after saying that she's lost everything.
Oh, this nigga taking notes.
And how now her duties differ to those of the king. The princess and the outcast now stand as Black Panther and King in front of that
Well,
thing I don't know the name of. Cool story, right? But did you get the word? If you said anything related to the word changed, I don't blame you if you thought it was literally any other word, then congratulations! You're halfway to getting your cookie. Because I believe Doomsday is supposed to represent change in two very unique ways. Do you think you can guess both? Listen to this. The X-Men are getting back together. Hey, that sounded like a rock band. Thor is finally repenting his sins. Steve is now a loving father who better be ready to change diapers all day. And the same should apply to every other character whose story was either forgotten or butchered by Marvel.
What is it?
Every other character whose story was either forgotten or butchered by Marvel. To every other
Hey, what?
who better be ready to change diapers all day. And the same should apply.
Aubrey Plaza's Lady Death? What? Wait, did that show actually drop? You're lying. 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 Trailer a year ago? What's next? They already dropped something? Who's this even? 1 year ago? Damn. Oh, sorry, did it come out? A year ago? I've heard not. What? Like, not one clip, no one's talking about it, no scenes. That's insane. What? Hey, what was that? I bet.
Applied to every other character whose story was either forgotten or butchered by Marvel. By the way, you don't count, okay? You can stay as dead and forgotten as you are. Blame What If, and thank you very much. As you could see,
Dang, she was carrying What
the
If.
change has to do with each character, but their story isn't the only thing that changed. These guys look different. No, I don't mean they just got older.
They're gonna make him do this till he's 90.
But from Cyclops' comic accurate suit and their normal looking Thor armor, we can see that Marvel has
Let me
finally
go to
to
the
a
suit.
suit
Yeah, that shit looked like 97 straight. That shit, woof. Damn, that looks tough.
and their
And then this joint.
normal looking Thor
Yeah,
armor.
it looks tough.
We
He
can
was
see
dead
that
ass
Marvel
praying.
has finally listened to our requests and is doing their best to give us what we deserve from a multi-billion-dollar company.
We actually that much, man. I'll be honest.
That right there is the second type of change I was referring to. Marvel once lived and thrived in peace, later battled through some rough years, then death came as it does for us all, but they ended up
Like that
battled
frame
through
though.
some rough years, then death came as it does
But why did it look like that?
for us all.
I don't know.
But they ended up refusing to stay dead, so they started listening to the fans.
No, practical effects rule, more Spider-Man, Fantastic Four, no nanotech, better CGI, bring back the X-Men, street level heroes, better stories.
Canceled a lot of projects to.
All of this came out is insane. Oh. Although one mud. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's the one thing that didn't come out.
Put quality over quantity and got producers, writers, and artists to lock the hell in.
Boom, you looking for this?
Yeah, boom. You're looking for this. Look at
Yes,
the shots.
yes, we were. Oh, and this too. Yo.
Cookie. Oh, I came ready today. I came ready today, mud. All right.
Welcome. So great. Characters seem to be a big part of the movie. Duh. However, what is color and characters just
I love that shot.
to be a big part of the movie? Duh. However, what is color and
Gamora in the corner and all that. Like, yeah, look at that shit. It's me. Hey, me chilling, Gamora. Ah ha ha. All right. I bet.
characters just appearing on a screen without a story to follow? At the end of each of the 4 teasers,
That's Stranger Things shit? Season 4 Stranger Things, that was that thing. The clock. It's the clock. That's like before they showed Vecna, right?
at the end of each of the 4
Alright, please break this down. Now we're at the clues, please. Let's go. Let's go. I've been hearing some stuff. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
teasers, plus an Instagram post made recently,
So this looks like definitely Doom type green Avengers logo. Maybe some Rune Magic, maybe some Loki shit. But really it's like a Doom, like that rustic, like stained glass painting you could have in some of his like castles or places. Obviously the green to him. That'll be tough.
5 secret codes flash on the screen right before the Doomsday Countdown begins that people have interpreted as timestamps. Some say they're from Iron Man 1, Infinity War, or that they're gibberish and we're going crazy. And yeah, maybe we are. But if we take these first numbers as hours and minutes and link
Hours
them to
and
the
minutes.
exact scenes in Avengers,
This scene, bro, if they do not talk about the scene in nauseum and bring this up, I'm gonna be so fucking pissed. But this shit has been in the back of my head forever, willingly. And they were explaining the whole multiverse and MCU, how time works, whatever, and their times of time, blah, 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 all that stuff. He gave away the stone, willingly. Like, come on, bro. To this day, bro. Please talk about this. Please, I need her back.
Endgame, they give us some interesting clues that reveal something crazy about the potential plot of the movie. So let's go through
That shit
them,
gonna be
shall
stuck in
we?
my head too. Dun.
The first time stamp sends us to this scene, where the
I
Ancient
bet.
One explains the consequences of time travel to Bruce.
Okay.
This is probably the most important out of all the scenes, but
Yeah.
I'll explain why later. For now,
Out of the whole MCU too, not just for these clues. Like this is the most important scene, bro. I don't care if they stuck by the rules or not, but it's still important for the rules they had at that point.
just know that these two are specifically talking about the Time Stone. The
Yeah.
next timestamp takes us to this scene from the time heist.
Willingly.
Not the scene where Loki is escaping, not quite the America's ass shot, but exactly at the 1 hour and 17 minute
So another stone.
mark, where we get a clear shot of both Loki's staff and the Tesseract,
2 stones. Okay.
also known as the Mind and Space Stones. The third clue is a bit harder to spot, but it still works. Listen to what Rocket says here.
And when she's not looking, suck out the Infinity Stone and help me get
This time,
Reality stone.
Rocket is referring to the Reality Stone.
No way. This is gonna be so important, bro. Now, like, it could be something cool. Like, he could, like, just take one stone, like a reality stone or something, and, like, control, like, a lot of shit. Like, you don't need everything.
Him and Thor were sent to retrieve. The fourth and final timestamp takes us to this
What if they have, like, some what if shit? Everybody have Infinity Stones all face each other in the final battles. Oh.
meeting, where, wouldn't you know it, the only 2 stones mentioned inside of
Wanna
that
go to
1
space,
hour
puppy?
and
I'll
4
take you
minute
to
mark are the Power and Soul Stones. The only 2
No way, bro. It's still back to this, bro. This is insane.
remaining from the bunch. What is left to mark this theory as proven? A final scene that although some say it has to do with the glove Clint took from the past, referencing time alteration,
Imagine that broke the whole universe. Him taking the glove. That would be actually hilarious. After everything it did, that's the one thing that fucked up. They could explain because like the first thing they fucked up in time, but still like that fucked up the whole multiverse.
can't help but think it's a lot less complicated than that, because just a few seconds before the end of the 1 hour and 1 minute mark, the camera conveniently pans across all 6 Infinity Stones. Could this be a conveniently pans across all 6 Infinity Stones? Could this be a coincidence? Especially after no repeats, all of the scenes coming from the same movie that's supposed to be a prequel to Doomsday, and the last timestamp conveniently showing all 6 stones. I think a better question to be asking here is, why the stones? Weren't these reduced to atoms and deemed as paperweights in the grand scheme of the multiverse?
That's so crazy though. Oh, should they have it here, bro?
Yes, but that doesn't mean they can't still be useful in a very particular way. Thanks to the comics, we know that Doomsday is probably going to end with the creation of Battleworld, an amalgamation of a world. Is probably going to end with the creation of Battleworld.
Fantastic speed. Hilarious.
An amalgamation of a world Doom created after...
That nigga wild, mud. That nigga's wild. Let's read this some. Okay, Valley of Doom, Spider Island, The Regency, King James, England. What? Weird World, Kunlun, Utopolis, New Mars, Doomgar, Higher Avalon, Arachnia. Okay. Marville, hilarious. The Eye Agamotto, Doomstadt, Manhattan. Hey, New York, always on top. The City, the War Zone, New Quake City, the Far East, Valley of Flame, the Hydra Empire. 2099 is just insane. I can't even see the number right now. 2099. Hala Field, the Monarchy of M, Sentinel Territories. The fuck, the Wastelands, Utopia, Westchester, Killville, Arcadia, Bar Sinister. That's gonna be a good hotspot. Limbo, the Deadlands, Perfection, New Xandar. Okay, the Shield. That's crazy.
The multiverse collapsed due to the incursions, which happen when 2 universes get so close to each other that they and everyone dies. But Doom can't just play God Emperor and create a planet just like that. So that's where the stones come in. Maybe.
Are these all, let me guess, are these like gonna be, how do they explain, like Nexus places in the multiverse? Like, you know, Nexus beings, like Scarlet Witch. What if that's like Nexus place? This place has to exist in any said universe.
In the comics, Doom steals the powers of the Beyonder. Powers that literally go beyond those of entities such as the Living Tribunal or Eternity.
What?
Literally go beyond those of entities such as the Living Tribunal or Eternity. Literally go... In the comics, Doom steals the powers of the Beyonder. Powers that literally go beyond those of entities such as the Living Tribunal or
That's insane.
Eternity.
That's insane.
So yeah, he's pretty strong.
He really just took his powers.
But so are the Infinity Stones, which leads me to assume that maybe these will have something to do with the creation of this fight club of his. What? Oh, Battleworld, right. The thing is that the 616
Right.
these will have, so are the Infinity Stones or Eternity. So yeah, he's pretty strong. But so are the Infinity Stones, which leads me to assume that maybe these will have something to do with the creation of this fight club of his. What? Oh, Battleworld, right. The thing is that the 616 stones are Quantumania size, and either the Beyonder will is that the 616
No, I'm not going back to a scene for this. Sorry, yeah, almost happened. Beyond responding to get 30-second screen time.
Or Doom will use Franklin Richards' power, because if the kid can rewrite reality, I don't think making Earth 2 should be a problem. But hey, that's just a theory. My theory. So tell me what you think, and cut.
I would say facts, yeah. Because they bring back OGs, but also because that's not always a good thing. Because they brought back OGs before and just fucked them up. Now they just like say, all right, it's time to lock in and actually give a shit. Brought back the Russos, brought back the same writers too, so that's tough. So I'm excited, excited. So yeah, but dang, they really did fix the whole universe in 5 minutes. Cause it went back to the roots of like giving a fuck with certain characters, and now it's gonna be tough. So excited. I don't know if anything else dropped recently, but watch all the 4 teaser trailers. You need to watch those. That's pretty cool to watch this video for YouTube. But that's tough. Great vid.